everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back to my subscribers. As always, thank you for your support here on YouTube, Facebook, Ko-fi, the Etsy store. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do two projects and one will build on the other. So today we're going to make our own background paper and we're going to make a double belly band that features a puzzle. Alrighty, let's get started. So first we'll begin by creating our own background paper. So I have here a sheet that it's going to fit in my junk journal, so I won't bother giving you the measurements, but we'll just go through the process. So I have some stamps here that I've already started to lay out how I want them to look. And I just need to get my magnets down. And I'll get another magnet down here. And I'm going to use the archival ink on this one. And I'm going to close up my stamp pad here. Next, I reposition the stamps. I'm happy with the way this turned out. I'm going to just clean off my stamping pad and then I'll be right back. Okay, so my stamp pad is clean and now I want to add some distressed ink to my background page, and I am going to use old paper. And let me just get something to ink this up with. Okay, so now the first project is creating your own background paper. So that's one way that you can create your own background paper. Here's another variation of that using a different color. And then I did a splatter technique. So if you could see those little dots there. The next part of the project is getting things assembled. So what we're going to do is we're doing a double belly band, and one of our belly bands is going to be a puzzle. So this was the puzzle as a whole, and then I just took a strip out of it. And what I need to do now is I need to run some glue across all of these areas and then glue it back together and go all the way down. So I'm going to get started on that, and then I'll be back as soon as I'm finished with the entire strip of the puzzle. All right, see you soon. Okay, as you're gluing your puzzle together, make sure you keep shifting it as you glue each piece on so that it doesn't get stuck to the paper. Okay, so I'm finished gluing this together, and what I want to do is I want to make sure that everything I glue together is going to remain secure. So if you have some tissue paper from an old, gift that you received, or some very, very, very fine, thin paper that's not going to get in the way when you turn this into a belly band and you try to slide a card underneath it. It's not going to get in the way, then you can use that. I have some tissue paper because it's really, really thin. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a fine strip of tissue paper. And I am going to add a little bit more glue to where these pieces adhere to each other. I'll put just some glue very lightly. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue to my tissue paper, and then I'm going to glue it across all of the strips, and that should keep this really secure and keep it from falling apart so easily. Okay, so I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll come back on camera and show you what I did. All right. Okay, so I've just completed putting that strip on, and I'm just going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and we'll assemble everything together and put some embellishments on it. I did add some more glue to these areas here where the puzzle interlocks. And then I just took my finger and just smoothed things out. Okay, so I'm going to give this a chance to dry, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I've added some embellishments and a little bit of bling bling. I just have to get some words down, and then because this puzzle is very shiny and the words are dull, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the glossy Mod Podge over the words, and I'll get these things glued down, and then we'll be right back. All right. Okay, pulling this all together so that it can fit in my journal. So I've distressed the edges of the paper. I used the vintage photo, and then here is a page from my journal that is the exact same size as the background paper that we've created. And what I want to do is I want to poke holes. I want to use the paper as a guide. So I want to poke holes in the background paper that we created so that I can get this into my journal. Okay, so now let's get things assembled. So I'm just going to add some glue on top here, and this is a belly band, so I'm not going to be adding glue all the way around. I'm just going to be adding it to the edges at the top and bottom. And I'm kind of just eyeballing the center. Okay, and I distress this as well with the same vintage photo color. And then with our puzzle, you're just going to glue about right here at the halfway point, and then at the bottom about the same area, the halfway point, and that's all that you're going to glue. And one thing that you can do is, if you feel a little insecure about the glue that it might pull up, that isn't a problem, because what you can do is, just give me 1 second. What you can always do is you get your crocodile, and then you can always add something to the ends here, and that will secure it. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to come back and we'll put some cards in there to make sure everything works just fine. Okay, so I've given things some time to dry. Could still dry a little bit longer, but for the sake of the video, I want to keep moving it along. So here is an envelope, and I have a few goodies in there. I have some cards that are in there. You can put anything in there that you like. So that fits in very nicely. And then, let's see, I have some more cards here that we will tuck under our puzzle piece. Okay, and it worked. So I hope you really enjoyed this video and the project. Now, before I go, last week I showed you some games that I had put together along with an answer key and some journaling cards. And that was these were the journaling cards. It was a game theme that I put together. So those things are in the Etsy store finally. So if you're interested in having a women's crafting party and you want to do something fun, take a break and do some games. Alrighty, thanks for joining me today. And if you use any aspect of this video, please link back to the video, and I would really appreciate it if you share. That'll really help my channel along. Have a great week, everyone. Okay, everyone, if you like this video, please share, please hit the like button, and please subscribe. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.